What's up, guys? It's Mama Deadhead, and I am back with another Team Build Tuesday. So today, I actually wanted to collect my Rick from Stash and do a few pulls on the wheel, just to talk to you guys about basically what I'm going to do with all of this stuff. Now, it's kind of funny because when I first looked at this, I saw the trainers and I was like, man, you know what? It's trainers, I'll use it. But then after actually looking closer and actually paying attention, I realized that it's not like one trainer a piece. It's like 2 and 5, so that's much better, and I'll probably be doing some ascendants with all of these characters. But that being said, I do have enough, so let's go ahead and start getting all of these items. And I mean, some of this gear, you know, it is for 5 stars and some of it's for lower, I believe. To be honest, I really don't pay attention to like alpenstocks and waist packs anymore just because I have so many like stocked up. And even the 5-star gear, I have so much of it that it's not an issue for me right now. So see, yeah, 2 basils. So that's definitely better than just 1 and then like 5 Brady's. That's definitely going to come in handy whenever it comes to a level up. These night vision goggles, I'm probably lowest on as far as like the 4-star gear goes. So definitely happy about getting it. It probably is going to go to a character as soon as possible. I still have so many characters that I don't have leveled. And it's not because they aren't good. It's just because I have to prioritize who I level up over who. Because there was a certain time in the game whenever I was in a lower faction. And I'm talking about like a year ago. I've had this stuff stocked up for a long time. Where there was a time where it was extremely, extremely hard to get a 5-star. Like, you had to save up a month or 2 to get, like, 1 pull. And being in a lower faction, I really got it even less than normal. So, basically what I would do is I would save all of my cans and all of my salvage tokens, basically, and put all of my resources whenever there was a farmable map. So, whenever the map was changed, I already had 80 plus of all of the gear. So I haven't had much trouble as far as like getting gear and all of that type of stuff. But then I got into a good faction, which is the faction that I'm currently in now, like a really, really good faction. And that's really when 5 stars started becoming like more and more and more and more common. So I had tons of gear and not enough time for all of the characters that I was getting. Like, there was one day I think I got like 5 or 6 5-stars in like one video. And I mean, I obviously can't level 24/7 because I need survivors, I need food, I need all of that stuff. So I'm kind of just at this place where leveling all of them would be extremely nice. I would have a lot of characters and like a lot of diversity in my roster, but at the moment, it's just not going to be able to happen because I'm trying to put a lot of resources into my ascendables and try and get those first, and then get to a point where maybe I can save up a lot and go for maybe first place or something like that in a level up. But all of these trainers definitely are going to come in handy. I'm really excited to have all of these trainers. I'm probably going to be way over roster space by the time that this is done, but I'm definitely not mad at it because Ascendance is a wonderful thing. And yes, I do still ascend like 3 stars to 4 stars, 4 stars to 5 stars because honestly, it's the best way to get fodder for me. So that's what I think a lot of the 3-star trainers are going to go to, but I think the 4 stars are going to be definitely more level up. Getting close. 24 out of 32. Brady's. So many. I can't believe I didn't notice that to begin with. It's just me. I was looking through. I'm like, oh, well, you know what? I'm going to get that Rick, so it doesn't really matter what's in the stash too much. And then I'm like, oh, wow. I'm going to have a lot of trainers after this. Okay. So I don't know if I've already said this, but I have decided to go for the wheel. So after I'm done getting this Rick, I'm so excited because I can't wait to put this guy on my team. And I will be breaking down like basically how I'm going to put him in the team and why after I do the remaining pulls on the wheel. And I will have more pulls. I still haven't collected everything and done like 100% of the roadmap. So I'll probably have another smaller video on the rest of my pulls. And here it is. It's the last one. Yay! I finally got Rick. All right. I'm going to show you guys in just a minute how I'm going to use him. Now, this knife and this stuff, I'm not like, I don't know. I'm not really about spending 375 of the power tokens on this. So, I'm just going to go ahead and go for the wheel over here. So, let's just go ahead and pull, because I can claim 10. So, up in stock. School bag, okay. Waist tool pack. Belt with holster. School bag, okay. Alpenstock. Am I getting like the same things? Okay, trainer pack. I'm not sure what is in that trainer pack. I think it's Brady's. Some more school. Like, what is this? Is this school bag day for me? Okay. All right, what's in this? Oh, 10 Brady. Jeez. I'm going to have a lot of Brady's after this. So many Brady's. Okay, sweet. A practice dummy. Long coat. Scope. Another practice dummy. Okay. A map. A beanie. You know, oh, I need that. Sports gauntlet. Yay. My beanie to flag ratio is like insane. Another trainer pack. Okay. Waist tool pack. Man, I'm like stocking up on this gear here. Okay, so 2 more. Oh, sweet. A military watch. Night vision goggles. Okay, so first let me go into my gear. Okay. I was just seeing if we were ready. Let's go into my gear. So I have a decent amount of canteens and GPSs. I'm just working on getting like enough of these higher items to tier 4, some of my 6 stars, but I have a lot of radios and watches, in my opinion. Another 6 sports gauntlets, which is really, really important because I have a lot of Sean characters. And then I just have like a lot of this other gear. How many? Okay, so 61 walkies to 62 radios. So not that bad, not too far off. And like I said, I have a decent amount of all of like the 4-star gear already. So just adding to the collection of what I have basically. And I've gotten to a place where I'm pretty happy with my night vision goggles. I was, and this is going to sound crazy to some people, but I was down to like 50. And that worried me just because of how much I like stock up. I'm going to have to start doing this map more because I'm going to do like before and run out of one of these smaller items and be like, what? How did I run out of that? So yeah, start doing that. But I have 57 beanies and 40 flak jackets. So that's probably the most uneven thing that I have. But now let's talk about this Rick. So I'm really excited to have him, and typically this is the team that I run. I'm still working on this. I can't get AP down or anything, which is, it's just so frustrating because I've tried so many times for it. But I'm going to be replacing my Guardian Zeke. Oh, I haven't leveled him. I'm like, where is he? Thinking that I already have him leveled. Okay. So he's probably going to go in here like this. And I do have this weapon for him. So this is most likely the team that I'm going to run in, like, offensively in raids attacking with. I don't know at the moment if he is going to be in my defense, just because I know that a lot of people are like green heavy, and even with absolute defense I'm worried that he's just going to get completely like annihilated in raids. So I'll have to test it out. I'll have to see. I'll definitely do some videos about him whenever I send him and get him leveled to a good point and show you guys if he is defending well or if he isn't, or if he's really good in raids or if he's not. Really hoping that he is. I've seen him on a couple teams, but it was just the 5-star, which I think is kind of crazy that they would just stick his 5-star in there. I mean, he's a great 5-star, but with so many Carls and Shivas out there, I wouldn't exactly trust him at where I am right now. But the fact that he has focus is amazing. I'm not going to be using that leader skill, except probably on Survival Road. He'll probably do great there against, like, the Tyrese team, which is so incredibly hard to get through again nowadays, now that I'm really high on Survival Road. But the 66 AP with a command and, like, an AP boost on an absolute defense weapon, I think he's going to be amazing in raids. And basically, I just wanted to show you guys this and explain why I'm putting him in my team, because a lot of people ask, you know, is this person good? Is it not good? Why is it good? And I want to give you guys my reason on why I would pick him over a character that I already have. Because right now, I think that the team that I have with the Guardian Ezekiel is a good team. And typically, if I want to add somebody in now, I want to add in a 6-star. So that's like first, like right out of the gate, I want it to be a 6-star. If it's not an ascendable, it's not going in my raid team. It might be better in other aspects of the game. Like I said, I use 5-stars all the time in Survival Road. If I didn't have them, I would be like done on crit levels. I wouldn't be able to pass them. So I do still have some serious love for 5-stars in my roster, but on a raid team right now where I'm at in the game, it's just not good. So having him as a 6-star is like first thing on my list, just for the stats and everything like that. Now, what I value over the Ezekiel is 2 things. Now, I think the Guardian, Double Guardian, is a very, very useful thing to have. But I think that what he gives is better. Now, really, that's the only reason that I use Guardian Ezekiel, is because of the Guardian. So I think that this guy has a few things going for him, which focus is going to be really awesome, just for the simple fact that a lot of teams have a shield on them, at least in my region. I see a lot of Michonne with absolute defense. I see a lot of like Conrad on a range team, and they can be kind of tricky if they're like a really, really tanky shield with absolute defense. It can be kind of hard to get by unless you have something like stun, which I do, but at the same time, do I want to take the chance at not getting any AP on my Shiva and using the active skill, which I'm not that comfortable with, especially having to work on that weapon. I did have bonus AP when attacking, now I don't. So I think this guy will definitely come in handy whenever it comes to that. Plus, he has elusive, and that in general I think is a really good skill. So basically at this point, I have 2 things that are really good about this character that I've just talked about. So that's 1 up on the Guardian Ezekiel. And now that I look here, 66 AP, he's even faster than Guardian Ezekiel. That makes it 3 things better than that character. And then he's a really higher damage Toon than the Ezekiel. So now that's 4 things up on Ezekiel. So you have to think, who can the Toon replace? What can make the team better? A lot of times my issues come from, I'm using this team and it works fine, so I don't need to do anything to it. And I really need to get out of that mindset, because just because it's good now doesn't mean that it can't improve at all in any way. So now that I'm looking at this character, Recover and Pair is decent, but I really don't use it that often just because I have Stun, and Impair is something that I can easily get around. Guardian 2 is wonderful and spectacular, but having 4 amazing things in the Rick versus the 1 really amazing thing here is kind of like that deal breaker that I'm going to have to part with this character, which I hate. But I think that I'm going to be able to put him on a tower team and he will do really well. So you can see over here, currently I have him at 78 AP. He can be a little bit faster, but he's nowhere near as fast as Rick. 375% damage. Again, it's up to 2 enemies, but it's not really that much damage in the long run. And then defense and crit, all that's nice, but I think what Rick brings to the table is just more than what this Ezekiel can bring to the table. Which it does. It does make me really sad to have to part with this character, actually take it out of my team, and put in a new character, but I know that's not going to happen for a little bit. So I'm definitely going to enjoy the time, these last days with King Ezekiel before I have to put him in a tower team. Now, I think next week I'm going to talk about constructing a good tower team. Especially in my case, because you can see that I don't have that many 6 stars, so it can be difficult for me to get a good tower team, and right now it's horrible. It's really just a placeholder because I've kind of been putting it off. But if you guys have any recommendations, I was thinking about something, obviously with, these remaining characters that I'm going to have, and it just makes me so sad. But yeah, that is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I sincerely appreciate it. If you have anything to say about this Rick, please go ahead and comment below. Do you have him? Is he already a 6-star? Are you having a lot of fun with him? How is everything going in game? I'm having a wonderful time. I love this update. Oh my gosh. Just for the simple fact that I now have the wonderful Lee as my profile picture in game just makes me so happy. And seeing everybody be able to pick cool tunes that they passionately like and talk about, or silly tunes up, I think that it's wonderful. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and like always, like and subscribe. Bye guys.